Hello again, folks. Itasach bara tá fáilte roiver east. Today is a day I'm going to be doing something that I've never done before. So it will be interesting to say the least of it. But to give you a little bit of background, I've been out recently and the fishing has been very difficult. What I call my normal fishing at this time of the year, I'd be fishing a lot of dry fly, but largely speaking it's been all but impossible because the weather has been mitigating against it. But I've been fishing streamers and I've caught some trout on streamers and that, but what I've also done is I've hooked numerous pike. Well, I won't say numerous, but I've hooked quite a few pike. And the other day I was out with a man and between us we were fishing streamers for about maybe half an hour and we hooked two different pike. Massive fish. I mean, one of them was 20 pound plus and the other was way more than that. He was huge. I mean, but the problem, we hooked them and held on to them for a little while, but then their teeth inevitably cut the leader and off they went. So I contacted a friend of mine whom I'm meeting this evening and we're planning an attack on these pike, but we're going to be properly equipped. Now, I have never deliberately targeted pike before. I've hooked many pike down through the years using various methods, but I've never deliberately gone after them. So this will be the first attempt. So in here I have an 8-weight rod. I have a suitable reel and line. And what I've been hooking them on are my streamers, and they're not particularly big. What are they? Maybe 3 inches? But that's what I've been hooking the pike on. So I have now attached wire traces to them and I'll show you the setup. Now, bear in mind I haven't done this before. I'm going to be watching my friend Dahi. I call him Dahi. His real name is David, but I call him Dahi, and he has a lot more experience than I do. You know, that wouldn't be hard on pike fishing with a fly rod. So I'll be watching him to see what way he's set up. But I have, if you like, designed my own way of doing it. It might not be the best, but I have no doubt that it'll work. So it's going to be interesting to say the least. Now, there's no guarantee, of course, that we're going to hook any pike, but I'm going back to the place where we hooked those 2 big pike there only a few days ago, and hoping for a bit of action around there. So I'll be the pupil this time, if you like, and stay with me and we'll see how it goes. I'm kind of a little bit excited about it because one of the fish that I hooked, I held on to him for, basically he took the streamer, he headed downstream and I walked with him. I was only using a very light 5-weight, and when he went down about 50 yards he decided to turn left and head for the far bank, and I tried to hold him, but it was impossible. I mean, he just went. The power of him was phenomenal, and he got into a weed bed at the far side, and that was the end of it. I was just solid and I had to break the line to get the fly line back, basically. So that's the kind of caliber of fish we're talking about. So if I hook one of them maybe on this kit, maybe I'll have a better chance of handling them. So like I said, stay with us and we'll see what happens. Right, folks, here we are. I'm joined by my good friend Dahi here. Well, Dave is his real name, but I call him Dahi. And
Dave isn't my real name.
Oh, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely not.
What?
I'm either David or Dahi.
All right, okay. All right, David or
Dave Fanning.
David or Dahi. Anyway, we're heading for the river here now, and my first time ever deliberately targeting pike. So like I said earlier, it'll be very interesting. Dave, of course, or Dahi if you prefer to call him that, has vast experience of fishing for pike. Now Dave, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what happened the other night, and then I'm going to ask you your opinion, okay? I was out with another man and we were trout fishing. And there was a few trout rising here and there, but then eventually it just petered out. And we were sitting on the bank and waiting for maybe trout to start again, but it didn't happen. So I said to him, listen, I said, while we're waiting, I'll put on a streamer and we'll see what happens. So I tied on the streamer and I just literally caught it in my hand. We were sitting on the bank of the river. I literally caught it in my hand and I threw it out into the water. Normal. And it was about a rod length away, and all of a sudden this pike appeared behind it.
My God.
He just came up from the bottom and appeared behind it, okay? Yeah. Now this fish was huge. I mean, he was 20 pound plus. Okay. And he stood behind it, maybe 2 feet behind it for a second, and he was wavering, and next thing he just darted forward and grabbed it.
Did he? Without you stripping?
Without me doing anything, right? So bearing in mind that all I had on was, it's a 9'5" weight rod. And he took off down the river. I ran after him. He travelled down about maybe 50 yards, and then he turned left and he headed for the other bank and went into a load of bulrushes. I couldn't hold him.
No.
There was no holding him. I didn't have the power.
No, that's right. On a rod like that,
like,
not a big fish.
Right. There was nothing really essentially I could do about that fish, because I didn't have the necessary power to hold him or to do anything with him. Yeah. So, just tell me, Dave, a bit about pike fishing in general.
Well, the only thing that surprises me in what you've told me is the area you caught the pike. We're not going to talk about the area unless you want to. And I have not fished for pike there or no pike there, but there are many really cute spots on the river shore where there are nice pike fish and nice pike fishing. And for me, and I know I may seem strange, they are, I would say, equal to brown trout in the attraction to me. They hit a fly like nothing else. They fly it extraordinarily hard, harder than a salmon in my view. The strength of them is enormous, and these river pike are especially good. So it's a hugely entertaining thing. And what I normally do is fish for pike in the autumn, winter and spring, and then at the end of May, breaking a rule here, but at the end of May I strictly don't, because the warm water and making them fight in the warm water isn't good for them. I think they're a healthy addition to the river as well, personally.
Well, my understanding of all that, Dave, is they are apex predators, like the big trout, and they are essential for a healthy environment. Because they take out the weak and the sick and the old and that, and they make for a healthy environment.
So in my view, it's very wrong for us to despise them or mistreat them or whatever. I think they're an integral part of the river.
Of course they are.
Honestly, if we weren't biased by, forgive me, the Brits who came over and made a glory of the trout and the salmon, we'd appreciate this fish too.
Absolutely,
they just oversold their appreciation, their worship of the salmon. Which is a beautiful fish in its own right.
Of course. But I remember when I was a young lad, that fellas from the town used to go fishing for pike, right? And what they used to do was, they used to fish with frogs mainly, as a bait. And when they catch the pike, they'd hang them up in the trees for the grey crows to eat them. And what they were, listen to this, they used to say, we're protecting the trout, and because they're killing all the trout, but these guys didn't trout fish.
They do it in Loch Con to this day.
It's terrible.
Corrib, sorry, not Con so much. Corrib, awful. And the other thing is, catching a pike on a fly, not only is it a nicer fight and a very visual thing, I fish with a fly just under the water so I see the hit, or even on the surface. But the fight from the pike on a fly is tremendous.
Well, the power of that fish the other day.
They use lures and stuff which come down over their eyes, and it's awful.
But the power of that fish the other day, fantastic. I mean, like, he was enormously powerful, as powerful a fish as I've ever felt.
You have a look at the tail, the power with the fins near the back of the tail and then the big fork.
But then, about 15 minutes later, we fished, I got the guy that was with me to fish the streamer, like they're my trout streamers. Another fish hit it, and if anything, he was bigger than that one. And all he did, he just sheared it off immediately. Now, we didn't hook him because we didn't have the necessary equipment. Turn right here, Dahi.
I know roughly where we're going.
So basically, this second fish was, if anything, I'm only conservatively estimating him at 25 pound weight. He was massive, so hopefully we're going to get one of those this evening.
8 out of 10 pike will shear off nylon immediately.
Of course they will.
You can use fluoro successfully, and 9 times out of 10 you'll land a pike with decent strength to fluoro. I'm talking 60 to 80 to 100 pound.
That's really big.
But you don't need wire in those circumstances particularly. I always use wire now.
Right, we're going to hit it we'll be at the river in a few minutes, and if anything exciting happens, you'll be the first to hear it.
Single stop knot, not a double like I just did. So I did a double to make that figure of 8.
Right.
This is just a single one. That's all that's going to do is provide a stop at the end of the line. Okay. Following me?
I think so.
That's all it is. Just a single.
A single black knot, basically, as I know it.
Like a child's knot.
Yeah.
And then make the same, only leave the loop.
Yes.
And then this goes through the eye.
Right, you're true.
And back down. And you've ended up with a loop, which is nice for the fish to move.
Oh, lovely.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
Never fails.
Excellent.
Got it?
Brilliant. That's lovely wire. What kind of breaking strain is that?
That's
wire?
Rio 20. 20 is fine for every pike you ever come across.
Really?
Except if it takes you around the root of a tree underwater or something like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean, when you've got nothing. But as far as fighting it, it's absolutely adequate, never fails. But I've lost a couple of 20-pound plus fish because they've gone inside into roots and stuff like that, you know. Don't like the way that knot's sitting. I think we're okay, but I don't like it really. If you lose your first 20-pound plus fly fish,
I'm going to blame you.
Blame me, yeah.
And I'm not going to be happy, Dave, I'll tell you that.
I actually don't like it.
That's sound though, isn't it? Oh, look at that.
I knew it.
Yeah, you knew it didn't look right, did it?
It didn't.
So now you're going to retie it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I must have got something a bit arseways. So just to repeat, double here, 2. So that's going to form me a figure of 8.
Yeah. You put the wire through the 2.
Yeah, the bottom one. That's the one nearest the end, the tag end if you like. And then out through the top one. If I can find something. I should be using a pair of glasses here.
Now you need to put a bit of hair around the hole there, let's say that.
There we go. And then
I don't think you went through. I think you missed it.
Well, that could have been what happened last time.
Yeah, you missed it. Yeah, that's what happened.
I normally would put me cap on with a magnifier on, but because you're making me self-conscious and I need to be beautiful on your camera.
I'd say now, to take a bit more and focus.
Yeah, it would actually. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'd say that's what happened the first time. All right. So then you just pull it mildly tight.
Yeah.
And then like a 3-turn cinch. I don't tuck it back in.
Right, just straight up.
Yeah, so it's not a tucked.
Yeah, that looks
cinch.
a better knot now.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
more
that
like
looks
it.
a better knot.
See,
Yeah,
it sits
excellent.
more or less like a blood knot.
Yeah, it's in line. Yeah.
I'm glad we did that rather than the pike did that to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeez, if he brought me off at my first pike, I'd be disgusted.
I knew it didn't look right.
Yeah. Right, are we ready to go then? Yeah,
we're ready to go.
Because I would have thought you're going to get into problems. You're going to get stuck in the bulrushes.
Yeah, but it'll come through.
Yeah.
As I say, it's not a trout line.
You can give it a bit of a dogging. Right, see now I'm being educated, right? Because I would never have cast in there.
Well, I'd say they're hot spots for pike.
Yeah, well you see, there I'm learning now.
Yeah.
Right, so we go back up here.
Look at that bay over there.
So they're likely to be lying in places, little gaps like that
They're
between the
always
weeds.
facing upstream, of course. Like
Yeah,
trout.
yeah.
But a little gap like that where he's on the edge of the current, where
Right.
he can dash out and take his food and then go back and rest again.
Right, okay.
That's a little.
I thought you were doing a little jig there.
It's a little dance, kind of a good luck dance.
Do you think a splash like that now could actually attract
Doesn't do
them?
any harm at all.
Could actually attract
That's
them?
one of the reasons poppers work.
Right.
Now I am fishing that faster than I normally would, but it's purely because I need to get it out before the swing takes it.
Yeah. I have ya. So right in there, and like where that little yellow flower is. If you could get it in there.
Can.
Yeah, that's not going to be easy.
No, it's not, and I'll probably get it caught in a tree, and then I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
But sure. You know what it's like with trout too. The best fish are always in awkward bloody.
They are, yeah.
Perhaps that's why they're the best trout. Right, here goes.
Great cast dahi.
Quite where I wanted it.
Yes! Well done, dahi. Wow. He's no small pike.
Yeah, he's not huge. He's an 8-pound fish, 7-8 pound fish.
You knew exactly where he was now. You're educating me, good man.
I had a guess.
And a lovely place to land him here.
Spot on. I chose that first.
Wow.
Isn't that nice?
Beautiful.
Now this is what people don't rate. You look at those fins and that tail, what power they've got.
They have, he's going under the weeds
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah, he's alright. Again, we've got...
You got the power to pull him out.
Line, yeah.
Whoa, wow. Brilliant.
That's a good bit of fishing, George.
Absolutely. Tremendous.
There we go.
Do you want me to hold a see, I've never landed one, so I don't know how to handle them.
Well, I can show you.
So what I'll do is, I'll hold the rod.
I don't need you, but if you want to, do hold the rod.
Be careful.
You can get me...
Be careful, you're not getting any younger, Dave, remember.
You can film me falling in the river if you like.
Beautiful. Fantastic.
He's safe now.
So now you're going to put your hand, show me where you're going to put your hand so I know how to handle these
Behind
boys.
the gill plates, you have to be careful of the gill, of course. You don't want to damage
Well,
the
he's
fish.
got it really swallowed, hasn't
He
he?
has, he's going to be nasty to get out, so behind the gill plates, here.
Yeah, I can see it.
And
Yeah.
my fingers are up in his mouth,
Uh-huh.
but not in the nasty part of it.
Right, I have you. And now you want a big pliers.
Yep.
I have one here, Dahi, here. Whoa. Be careful.
What you do is don't drop them though, the poor things.
You got him?
Yep.
There you go.
Thank you, George. This may or may not be easy.
There you go.
Normally the bigger fish hold their mouths open for you.
They're kind
Like
of
that.
They're kind of sociable.
There we
oh,
go.
You got it out. That's beautiful.
There he is. Nice, isn't he?
Absolutely gorgeous. Well, that was nothing short of fantastic. And off he goes, not a bother on him.
No.
Well done, Dahi.
You're welcome.
Wait a minute, I'm going to have to lift you back up out of there now.
I think I can just about make it, provided it's on my knees.
Excellent.
I'll do a lot of things on my knees this day.
Excellent.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, that was class now. Like, I know it might be easy to answer, but like, would you be able to hazard a guess? We'll say we fished, Rob, we fished quarter-mile of river.
Yeah.
Like, would there be 10 fish? Could there be 15?
I would go that sort of number, George. There wouldn't be hundreds by any
Yeah,
means,
yeah,
no.
but like you're talking maybe a dozen fish in a quarter.
Fish in
Like
that
that's a lot of
roughly.
pike though.
Yes, but that's only in the areas that are pike suitable. That's not
Right, so
every
there could be
stretch
large
area.
stretches of the river where there,
Where's no
like I
pike.
know large stretches of the river downstream, for instance, and upstream where I've never met a pike.
Yeah, and you wouldn't either.
Right, okay. So
But
it's,
in the right places, that's the kind of number.
Yeah, yeah.
And those other places we spoke about, which I won't mention.
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
There's definitely that sort of number there.
right, okay, that's good.
It's hard to tell because sometimes pike don't take the fly and sometimes they do, so
Yeah.
you never get an accurate...
Well, I only really found out that we're here in this particular part. Now, I always knew there was pike here to a degree, but it wasn't until I started fishing the streamers
Yeah.
that I actually found out,
Yeah.
because I was meeting them all the time,
Yeah.
and I was getting chases from them,
Yeah.
and they weren't taken.
Well, I never knew there were pike in the river until somebody told me, and our old, rest in peace, our old friends Owen
Jackman, yeah.
told me, took
Yeah.
me there, and I
Yeah.
fished for pike, and the first time I believed that there was pike in the river was when I saw one come up and hit my fly and go down.
Right.
And I've fished the river shore for 40 years.
Yeah, well, I've always
And
known they were
I've
there. you
never
see.
known they were there.
I've always known they were there. Like I said to you, the old boys from town used to come out and fish for them with frogs. And an eel's tail they used to use as well.
Yeah, they do. And there's a fella in outside Golden who fishes with the back half of a trout.
Yeah, the back half of the trout, yeah.
But
that-
why particularly? I don't know.
Now I'm going to throw it in over the weeds like you did. Absolutely.
But one of the absolutely special aspects is I can go to the river, I can take 2 rods down, leave one there,
yeah,
fish upstream the trail,
yeah,
fish up there, walk back, pick up my pike rod and fish down.
yeah, wonderful, isn't it?
I've done it in many a spot.
Beautiful. You did, yeah? Yes. Oh, he missed it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Hey George, there must be a lot of pike here.
He came for it and missed it.
He went for it and missed it?
He missed it, yeah.
Wow.
Jeez, I'm having trouble casting here. I'm not used to these weights, you see.
No.
Yeah, he came after it and he missed it. Well, he came after it. I don't know if he was in earnest about taking it, you see.
If he hasn't hit it, there's a good chance he'll go again.
Really?
Yeah. I've even felt the pull and they go again.
Right.
In some regards, it seems to fire them up, you know. They give it a half-hearted pull first of all and then really a hammer.
But look, this isn't deep at all here. It's only about what? I'd say 4, maybe 4 feet?
Sorry?
It's only about 4 feet deep here.
Yeah. I'm behind you.
Yeah, he rolled at it just there in the middle, and I think he followed it out from over there.
Yeah.
No, he's not coming the second time anyway. No. I'll give him one more shot. He mightn't even be there now. He could be moved on or something.
I think he'll have moved far. But you could see the power in that fish, couldn't you?
Oh, big time, yeah.
The real
Big time. Hey, if we catch one of those guys we saw the other day. Let me see. If I can cast this rod, I'm finding it hard to get used to, you know.
Yeah.
I think I have to slow down a lot.
Probably, yeah.
Because when I used to salmon fish many years ago, they'd be spinning for salmon, and I used to regularly eat pike.
Yeah.
And they were kind of I treated them as a kind of an annoyance. More than that, it'd be like when you'd be fishing for salmon with worms, and you have the eels taking the worms all the time. You see that the figures on the salmon, that we're down 90% since the 1970s.
I mean, it should be a national treasure. And just
Absolutely, of course.
Second farms and stop harvesting them at all. And
Yeah. Well, like, I haven't seen a salmon up this way in
I
years.
don't think it's only that though, George. I think there must be some change at sea with the craic.
Well, there is, because you got ships half a mile long taking them out of it.
Not only the salmon, taking bait fish.
Everything.
Yeah.
Sad.
It is very sad.
Terrible casting. Absolutely brutal. Oh, I can't get in there far enough at all. One more try. No, you might be able to reach in far enough there, I can't. Oh, yeah, see him, Dave? Look.
Oh, yeah.
But he didn't take. Now. Whoa.
Have you got him? Good
Yeah.
man. Good man.
Whoa. Jesus. He's gone into weeds, I'd say.
No. Oh, yeah, but that's not serious. You get him out of there.
Yeah, he's moving now. Jesus, he's got some serious power. Whoa.
Hold the rod up. Yeah, that's it.
Whoa.
He's not huge, but he's nice.
He's got some serious power, I
Yeah,
tell you
I'm
that.
seeing his nice fish. Might be a 10-pound fish.
Jesus. Strong.
Keep him tight, keep him tight.
I will.
Yeah, there he is, he's a 10-pound fish.
Whoa! Let's bring him up over here, Dave.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Oh man. Woo!
That's nice. Hold on, I'll be with you.
I'm going to get a net. I'd be half afraid to put my hand anywhere near his mouth.
Yeah, but you get experienced at that. As you can imagine.
Woo.
Nice fish.
Aren't
Aren't they fit?
Jesus, this fellow is not giving up too
The
easy.
river shore's great. The pike, the quality of the pike is 12-pound fish,
Woo.
I'd say.
Come out of there. Whoa, whoa! Oh, he's gone right up under the weeds. Fucking hell.
It's good, isn't it?
There's no give up in this fella, look.
Oh, they don't.
Ah, he's starting to give up now, is he?
It's good, isn't it?
Oh, magic.
You never know, they can go again.
I'll steer him into you, Dave, whenever he's ready, but he doesn't appear to be anywhere near ready yet, look.
Huh?
He doesn't appear to be anywhere near ready yet.
You together will decide when he's ready.
My God.
Nice fish.
Whoa!
He's a 12 or even 15.
Oh, he's had a burn on my fingers. Fuck.
That's a sign of a good fish.
Now, Dahi, he looks a bit tired now. Look at these fucking mouths, the size of it.
I know. Lovely. That's nice, George. Well done.
Dave, he's every ounce of 15-pound weight.
Could be, yeah, could be. Yeah. Come here, boy. Go.
Oh, man.
Lovely, yeah, he is
Whew.
15.
When'll I get the pliers out?
12 to 15 anyway.
Whoa. He's got to get back in. Yeah.
Broke.
He broke me.
Yeah. Because it was just... Sorry, that was my
Oh, Jesus.
fault. That was my fault. I should have pushed him further in. Sorry.
Oh, well. Not to worry. Well, as long as he's okay, I don't care.
He'll be okay, he'll be okay. He'll get rid of that. That was a pity, that was my fault too. I only needed to push you back further. Sorry.
Oh, God. That was exciting.
Yeah.
So that's a
As I say, I would only use it on occasions where you know you're going to do more damage by poking around with the pliers than you would with this.
If you have a
because this doesn't damage them, but it could hardly be pleasant to have your mouth forced over
it
like
jams their mouth
that.
open.
Yeah,
So it's like a spring piece of
so
steel.
you just put it
Put
in.
it in there and open it, Dave, and I'll see what it does to you. Don't fucking open it, Jesus Christ, man.
But you can see, so that holds that mouth permanently open.
Right, so you
you've
can
got
get
ease of
You've got
access.
ease of access, yeah.
And as I say, I wouldn't use it all the time, but on those occasions where you can do more damage by
Rooting around with the pliers.
rooting around.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a very handy thing.
Beautiful, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to go home and pack tonight. I've got a visit tomorrow and I'm overnighting from now.
All right. When are you heading off?
Not till next Thursday, but I've got a night in Dublin Monday.
All right.
Just kind of all go, really.
What about we just fish it down as far as that big tree on the far bank?
Yep.
And we'll leave it at that if you're happy.
Well, it's an experience and that's what we really wanted. We weren't going to...
Look at that for a cast.
Yeah, that's the car. That is deserves the fish, doesn't it?
Yeah, but somehow I don't think the lure is... Look at him, Dave, look, look.
Oh yeah.
Yes, yes.
Good man. George, that's brilliant, isn't it? Huh?
This fella's even bigger.
No, he's not.
He is?
I don't think so.
He fucking is, Dave, let me tell you.
Where can I go for him? I won't mess him up this time.
Don't fuck him up this time, Dave.
I won't, I promise. After all that fighting, the reason I lost that last one was...
Whoa!
He wasn't fought out, you know what I mean? He
Yeah, he still had loads of life. This fella's got... Oh, man. I reckon he's way bigger, yeah?
Okay.
Now, if he goes downstream, I'm in trouble because of that tree.
I'll say you can reach over it.
I doubt it, Dave.
Well, you're not. You can let him have line. Anyway.
I'm trying to bring him back up, coax him up this direction.
Ooh, maybe he is bigger than that.
Let me see if I can get down past the tree, Dave. Move your rod.
Okay.
Because he's gone down anyway.
It would be better if you could.
If I can.
You had a 12-foot rod, 10-foot rod, you would be able to. Yeah, you can. You're good. You're good.
Yes. Now we're into open water.
Yeah.
Where you gone, buddy? Whoa, whoa. Fucking hell.
Don't go too far downstream. On the landing here.
Yeah, but he keeps going, Dave. He's like a fucking being attached to a train.
I want to see him, yeah.
He's got a big old scar on him, I reckon. Look.
Whoop. Lovely, aren't they? Aren't they lovely?
Oh man.
Why people don't like them.
He's about the same size, I reckon.
Yeah, similar. That's an even better, softer place to land him if you can.
Hold on.
Land him that far downstream. We can manage here, but see that bay over.
He's gone right.
I don't want to lose him messing him around.
He's going right in under those weeds.
Yeah,
I got a lot of weed on now.
Yeah,
Whoa!
they're great.
Man alive. Now, whoa!
Nearly jumped onto the bank, didn't you? See, I was under the impression there that these guys gave up after 2 or 3 runs. No, they have a terrible.
Now he's kind of tired now, look.
They have an unfair reputation.
Now, Dave.
For giving up.
He's got a big mark on his side.
Has he?
Yeah.
Another pike. Probably.
Could be a cormorant. Hardly a cormorant did that to him, would it?
Could be a cormorant.
Now, Dave, I'll let you do the honours.
More likely a pike. Another pike.
Look at the scar on his side, man.
Nasty scar. Didn't stop him fighting though.
No, that's for sure.
We might have it handy here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so he's stuck in the outside in the scissors kind of.
That's handy.
There's
Look at
a
that.
double hook, you see.
Look at that.
So my little trout streamers are working a dream, aren't they?
Yeah, they're certainly effective. That's a nasty
wow, that's
gouge.
a nasty scar, yeah.
It is.
That, I wonder what did that. It's hard to imagine, isn't it?
I don't want them flopping around. More likely to hurt themselves doing that than anything. George, just so you know, look, if you lift that up,
yeah,
and then put your hand, once it's in there firmly, there's not much they can do.
He's got a mark on this side as well, look.
He has. Something grabbed him. I'd say it was another pike.
Wow.
Got him?
Yeah. Beautiful.
Okay, I'm going to let him go. Her go. Off you go, girl.
And no bother on her.
Well done, George.
Thank you, sir.
Fair play. It's great fishing.
Dave, what's the biggest pike you've actually ever caught on fly?
Maybe 30 pounds.
Right.
I very rarely weigh pike.
Right.
It's a bit.
Yeah, I know you're guessing, approximation, yeah.
About 30 in Alaska.
Right.
I've caught up to 22 in the river here.
Right.
And I've caught 24 on Loch Con and a couple of 20s up and around there.
Well, the one I saw here the other day was twice the size of any of the ones we caught today.
Yeah.
Just down there at that bush.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Oh, there are some big fish here.
Yeah. So that was some fun, Dave, I have to say. Mighty crack indeed. Well, folks, I think you'll agree that was somewhat of an exciting induction into the world of pike fly fishing. I'd heard about it, been hearing about it for years, and had promised to do it many times and never got round to it. Dahi Anshul, many thanks for the instruction and all the advice and all the rest of it. And Dahi had been on to me for a long time telling me about pike fly fishing and how exciting it was and all the rest of it, and I kept putting it on the long finger, but finally anyway I got there, and man, it was exciting. I've caught many big fish down through the years by various different methods. I've caught big salmon on fly, for instance, and that is exciting stuff, but this was equally, if not even more exciting. The pike, whatever it is about them, they have enormous power. Even in comparison to a salmon, they have enormous power. I couldn't get over the strength of them. When they go to run, there's just no holding them. That's it. There's no holding them. They're really powerful fish. And I don't know a whole lot about pike. I have a lot to learn about pike. I don't know anything. I know quite a bit maybe about trout and salmon and stuff like that, salmonoids, but pike I know virtually nothing about their habits or what they do at various times of the year, anything. I just don't understand any of it, so I have a whole lot to learn, and I'm very anxious to learn about it. I'd like to learn more about them and figure them out. Now, that was my first day out, I suppose. In fact, we only fished, when I look back on it, for an hour and a half, and we caught between us 3 fish, and I got a chase of another one. So that was really exciting. Obviously that was an exception, I'd imagine. I doubt whether I'll experience that level of excitement every time I go out, but it was fantastic. Once again, thanks very much Dahi Anshul for all the encouragement and the help and all the rest of it. And for any of you who haven't tried it and been putting it on the long finger, I strongly recommend it. So get out there, get your pike gear together and get out there. I'm tying a lot more pike flies because I kind of have it in my head now. It's now, we'll call it, a new part of my fishing life, if you like. So I'm an avowed trout fisherman, as you all know, and salmon fishing is more or less a thing of the past here. It was briefly discussed in the video there. Apparently we've lost 90% of the salmon that come to Ireland. In the rate is fall is 90% in the last 30 years or thereabouts. So that's not good. I don't know what the answer to it is, but I used to do a lot of salmon fishing one time. I don't fish for salmon anymore because they're simply not there. That's just the reality. It's terrible sad, really. So anyway, looking at the positives, the pike fishing was a fantastic experience, and I'd recommend it to anybody. So that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. I loved every minute of it, and we'll see you again next time. Slán go fóill.